Hey, hi guys, how are you? It's Katie over at Lunar Ray Wellness. I'm coming at you guys today at a beautiful location. We got some beautiful sunsets over there behind us. I'm just enjoying like this cool, nice fall evening. So for me, it's Monday evening. I hope that you guys are having a good Monday so far. But I got to bring you guys a really cool lesson about anise stars. So if you're not familiar, this is what an anise star looks like. It's really traditional this time of year, especially around the fall and winter times. Especially if you celebrate Yule, you may know about mulled cider and things like that. So I am going to be telling you guys about the awesome properties. So come along with me. You guys may notice that I'm being a little bit more quiet today. I'm actually recording out at a public park, so there are a lot of people walking, so I'm kind of trying to record this YouTube video with other people walking, so I'm trying not to draw too much attention to me. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into our anise stars. So medicinally and historically, anise stars were first started to be used about 3,000 years ago. They are native to China and the northern part of Vietnam. So it's one of those things where you may not be able to find it in America, but we still see it a lot, especially around the holiday times. I know that personally I've used it with our Yule spices, trying to make, Yule mulled cider. It's a big thing that likes to be made around the fall and winter time. It's a nice little treat. And going back to the last time we did a video about our herbs, we were talking about cinnamon. A lot of times mulled cider is made with cinnamon, cardamom, cloves, oranges, anise stars, and some other spices. So as we had said, anise is one of those aromatic, more fall centered herbs or spices. It has more of a sweet licorice smell or aroma that a lot of people tend to use in their ciders, but traditionally is actually used in Chinese cooking in a 5-spice powder, as well as in certain Indonesian and Malaysian cooking. So from what I've read and learned, the larger the anise star, the sweeter that the herb is. And it does show that it's a sweet, almost like black licorice tasting herb or spice. And even just smelling it, I wish I could put like smell vision in here, but it really is. It smells like black licorice. It has little pods. A lot of times that I had read that they normally have 8 points, and this one has 3, 6. Yeah, this one has 8. Now, metaphysically, anise was shown to be like used in protection sachets to ward against like evil spirits or entities, as well as just bring forth protection, love, and prosperity. Okay. Now other uses that I noted in the past, which this is my book, not my phone. You guys are on my phone. But other uses for the anise star in culinary was the pho noodles in the Vietnamese culture. They tend to use that as a spice, more in a powdered form. And then the French used to use the anise, like we had talked about, in mulled wine. Okay. Now, there are some confusions whenever it comes to the anise plant that is safe to use. Now, you have your Chinese anise, which is this one here. Now, this is the Alyssum verum. So that is the genus species name for the Chinese anise star or anise tree. But you also have the Japanese anise. Now that is a highly toxic version of the anise plant, so be cautious with that. It contains a neurotoxin called anisatin or anisetin, which causes severe nephritis, so swelling of the kidneys, and it can also cause swelling in your GI tract as well as your urinary tract. So overall, it's not a very good experience with that, okay? So be careful. And oh, I guess I did write down something about the U.S. So you can find a form of anise, I guess, in the southern U.S., and it's known as Elysium parviflorum, or the swamp star anise, and it says that it's highly toxic and should not be used in any kind of folk remedies or in cooking, because it's also highly toxic, just like the Japanese anise. So please be cautious. Now, medicinally, there are several properties that the anise star can be used for, such as antiviral, antioxidant. It can help relieve bloating and GI upset, as well as just be supportive to your immune system. And there are some properties that can help with cough and bronchitis, because it can have those antimicrobial and antiviral properties. Now, as for cautions of this plant, there's not a whole lot. The only thing that I really saw as a toxin is if you chose the wrong anise, which would be the Japanese, right? But overall, it typically helps more than hinders, okay? Now, the way that you can take the anise is your traditional tea. If you steep this into a tea, you can take it like a couple of times a day, and it can help soothe your cough or upper respiratory issues, as well as any kind of other possible inflammatory responses that you have going on, because it will help relax those things. Even if you have like some menstrual cramp issues or menstrual issues, especially as a female, this can really help with just relaxing your body and helping you relax, which I think is why, especially in the winter and the fall time, it's so talked about in like mulled cider and mulled wines and things, because it's so relaxing and it's warming. So I think that that's why it goes in to that so much. So going back more on the medicinal side of the anise, the most specific documented history that I have for this plant is whenever we had the large pandemic of the swine flu back in, I believe it was like, 2008? Did I write that down? I might have. No, I didn't. But it was found through certain scientific testing that there's a chemical compound called shikimic acid, and it was shown to help kind of be a precursor to the pharmacological synthesis of the medication Tamiflu. So this really came in clutch whenever we were going through the big pandemic of the swine flu epidemic, because it helped cut costs of the production of this plant, or of the medication with this plant. It looks like I'm gonna have to hurry because we're slowly losing light, but that's why I have camera lights. So going back to this, other than, let's see, kind of going back to this, we had said that back during the swine flu pandemic, that this was kind of one of those things that helped cut the cost to help with the production of the Tamiflu. I think that that's part of the whole reason why I do what I do, because we could help heal so many people with just the world around us if we just notice, But I guess for our use in the current world or culture, I think we're just going to go back to the warming sensations, the warming healing properties like cinnamon, cardamom, and coriander. We had talked kind of about the healing process and properties of cinnamon last time that we did one of these videos, so I guess Spirit's just trying to tell us, like, because it's fall and because it's winter, we're wanting to touch on all of the warming things. It's kind of a cool thing. But I apologize for all of the rambling. I'll just touch base on this last thing, and then I think I'm probably gonna head out because of the light situation. But I do have a couple recipes for you if you guys want to try them. So I have a recipe for you guys to try to make your own mulled cider. This is a really nice treat on the cold days like today. whenever you're sitting at home and you got your fire rolling. But you can use a gallon of any of your apple cider that you choose, a couple cups of bourbon, 3 cinnamon sticks, an orange. I'd probably use a blood orange, but that's just my preference. It has more of a deeper flavor. You have your cloves, probably a couple in each slice of your orange, a handful of your anise stars, and then half to 1 cup of fresh cranberries. And you can put all of this in a slow cooker or a crock pot on low for 4 hours, just kind of stirring it through the day, through the hours, and just kind of letting everything simmer and seep. It seems like it turns out to be really nice. I've never had mine with bourbon, but I've had it the other way, and it was a really, really nice treat. And I also found a recipe for some mulled wine, if that's more of your vibe. It's the same thing with the cinnamon sticks and the cloves and the oranges, but rather than the bourbon and the cider, you would just use a red wine of your choice. So, really nice treat. A really warming treat on a cold day. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed our little lesson on our anise. I appreciate everybody that always comes and joins us, and thanks for coming along on another trip or trek through this crazy journey that we're on. Thank you guys all for coming and watching. Please like and subscribe down below. It really helps with the traction and people coming in and getting educated on all of the wonderful things out there. But yeah, thank you guys for all of your support. I'm sending all my peace, love, and light your way. And until next time, peace out. Stay safe. I'm sending all my love to all of you lovelies. Bye.